Hi, anyone? Are you? Yeah, as usual, nobody there as yet. You want to check the levels? Oh, never mind. You have the remote. Jesus, I'm tired. What's going on? Who's texting me? Chip is. Figure it out. Back to the great diff swap. So, bought Nick's Outcast, and he decided that he wanted to keep his aluminum diff housing from that car, this one. So I'm swapping it out for the one in his Talon and fixing both differentials in the process because I'm sure I'm going to find some stuff that's not right. Kind of like this battery tray. It's very not right. In fact, it's just downright wrong. But that's the way it goes. You know, sometimes people buy stuff that's not very good. Mike, what's up, bro? How you doing, man? Some wild stuff lately, dude. Did you see Kamikaze's new video? Yeah, damn it. It's my buddy from the hobby shop. Right on, cool. Yeah, that was wow. But yeah, so Nick decided to sell his Outcast. This guy here picked it up for $300. So, but he wanted to keep his aluminum diff housing on the back or bulkhead, whatever you want to call it. So I'm swapping them out, and then probably gonna have to set the gears on both of them and change some bearings and shit. There was a new wrentches. Yeah. The new Notorious V6 or whatever. Babe, you haven't seen that yet, have you? New Kamikaze video?
No, not yet.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's wild, man. Just when you think you're getting a little better.
Well, I will never be Kamikaze better.
Hey, I mean, that's your own opinion. You just got to keep striving. Do what you can. All you can do is your best. You know? And my best keeps getting better, but his best is ahead of mine. Mike says hello, babe.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah, she's over there gaming on her computer. You playing with my buddies in California?
No, that's Friday night.
Yep. How's the audio, man? Is it good? We usually check with the TV, but didn't this time. And I'm also sitting farther away.
Friday.
That ought to tell you. Thanks, bud. Dog. Right. All good for you. Cool, man. Thank you. Appreciate you checking on that. I mean, not really, but you know.
Brody.
You know what I'm saying? Oh. I was missing a nut on that one. Nick's not one for checking his cars. So let's see how much stuff we find. But yeah, it's been a kind of a slow week. I got a crazy situation going on. So my work has been stealing from me for the past 4 weeks. Not paying me for work I've done. Because apparently they have a system where if you claim your work, that's all well and good, and you're going to get paid for it unless they make a change to the repair order last minute, like say give a customer a 5% discount or something like that. That makes all the claims drop out of the ticket. So then whoever claimed the work, you're not claimed on it anymore unless you go back and claim it again, which they don't tell you about. And apparently they're supposed to have some kind of paperwork that says all of the tickets that weren't claimed at the end of the week so everybody gets their work in, but they don't do that either. So yeah, I'm pretty miffed at the people that work for. I don't exactly show up on time anymore, if you know what I mean. Just come and go as I please. They're not paying me. What's the point? But I've got a lawsuit pending with them as well. So we'll see what happens. I guess they're trying to get some kind of lump sum of all the money they owe me together real quick so that I don't leave because they've been kissing my ass for like the last 4 days. But whatever. Besides, if I don't go through the lawsuit, if the lawyer actually wants to take it, he'll just find another disgruntled employee because it'll probably be a class action because I imagine all their stores are doing the same thing. Yeah, it's an unfortunate situation to be in, but, well, that shit happens. Bastard. Oh, where did that go? Was it? No. Yep, on those. So, yeah, I haven't been doing much. I'll be going out when I can. But it's a frustrating situation to be in. It's hard to have a good time when you're dealing with something like that. But keep on going, right? And after all the damage that was done to the rigs on the last skate park run, I mean, it wasn't too catastrophic, but an axle here, a link here. I pretty much just haven't done anything since then. Just kind of been chilling, going to work, leaving early. Yeah, me too, man. I really do. Hopefully very well in my favor. I mean, at the moment, it's like they're just trying to do what they can to keep me there because I'm not exactly a normal type of technician that works for a company like this. They usually have people that change shocks and brakes all day and don't really know anything else if they even get that right. Where I'm a factory trained technician, I do drivability issues, squeak and rattles, electronics, wiring, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Transmissions, engines, engine diagnosis, CAN systems, controlled area networks, you name it. No, oh, some Facebook crap just popped up. So, because this particular store used to be a Tuffy's, which down here is a full service auto shop, not a high volume tire place, we have a lot of customers that expect us to do that kind of work. So, try to keep that going because that's pretty much their number one source of income. Being the only technician there is not a bad gig. Brody, cut it out. Because I work, pretty much do the work of two people when it comes to that stuff. Not that I'm fast. I used to be fast, and I got old. Now I'm efficient. But yeah. So, yeah. Brody, buddy. My district manager actually gave me a compliment the other day, so I knew something was wrong. Because that's the first time that's happened. He said something other than yes. They said they're trying to figure it out, and they're trying to get me paid, is what they're trying to do. But I don't know. Yeah. I took a kid to look at a car he wanted to buy the other day. One of our new kids, new tire guys, and started rattling off stuff I saw wrong with it here and there. And the guy who owned the place that was selling it comes out and he asked me where I was working at and offered me a job. Yeah, man, it's cool, dude. If you got a role, man, by all means, I'm glad you stopped by in the first place, dude. It's good to talk to you, man. Maybe someday in person, keep on doing the good work, man. And I'll try to get my head straight, man, and get back at it. Right now I'm here, kind of coasting, But yeah, man, keep rocking and rolling. And anything you put out, I'll check out, and we'll talk soon. Stay easy, brother. Stay warm, huh? Looks cold as shit up there. We've got the door open right now. That's why the dog keeps barking. Stay easy, my frosty brother. Is that even a set screw anymore? Oh boy. I guess it was at one point. Ew. That's not good.
Cody.
Oh crap, cool spawn. Oh, my bad, dude. Yeah, no, Mike, I'm sorry. My bad, dude. Yeah, no, you're right, but the computer's like another 5 feet away than it usually is. Not that I'm myopic at this point, but I'm sure it's coming. Anyway, you're absolutely right, Mike. It shows how much I'm really, working right now. Anyway, what's up, dude? Good of you to drop by. Uh, Saw that launch today that you put up, man. Good job on the throttle control and the landing. Just a minor suggestion, though. I try to keep it flat throughout the air. So try to let off when you come off the ramp and then figure out where it's going to go and then add throttle or brake accordingly. Because it sounded like you were on throttle pretty much all the way until it started to come up at the end and then just kind of let off or tap the brake and leveled it out, which is cool. But, just a suggestion. Your style is your style. Do whatever you want. But, yeah. So yeah, my bad about that, Mike. I'm just all over the place. Oh, yeah, these are good and in there. So, and it's aluminum on aluminum. You know what that means? Loctite. Oh. This is the part of the shop where we'd be screaming and throwing tools and going, damn it, now I got to get the blue wrench. That's what we call the oxyacetylene torch. Brody, what are you doing, bud? Oh, babe, you know where that extra set of wrenches were, the new ones?
No.
Where did I put them? Oh, here they are. Okay. Some cheap wrenches that Nick bought, but they're barely used. So when we get something like that, kind of get out the new ones. I mean, the tips on my MRPs, dude, are just gone. My 2.5 is just so rounded, it's not even usable anymore. That's the second one I've gone through. Not that it's a bad product. They make excellent wrenches, but I do a ton of this kind of work. Got a fleet to deal with between my wife's now 2 trucks because the new one is going to be hers, the new Hellcast, and mainly Nick's cars because, well, let's face it, he hasn't learned how to do it yet. Hi, buddy. What's up? Hey, come here. Come here, Bubba's. Oh, yeah, buddy. Hey, buddy. Say hi. Hey, what did you do? I love you. You gonna stop barking for daddy? All right. Good boy. Anyway, so yeah, that's that. I guess while that's heating up, I can take a look at this. I've already got the diff out of the other one, and we can see already. Let's see, we've got. I'll just tighten enough. Yep, just a tiny bit of play, but we've also got movement in the pinion, so that's got to come out for sure. And that is a 2.5. But God, that got beat up by something. You can see something was dragging across this pinion. Let's see if I can bring it up to the right place. Yep, this is backwards. It's kind of hard to do. Right there where the pinion is, you can see the ring around the outdrive cup. Something was rubbing on it, so it rubbed on the 2 set screws. That wasn't hard. This one's got a little more of a ding in it than the other one. But it wasn't very tight, was it? Okay, sometimes you get lucky. Brody, there's got to be something out there. Something making him all riled up. All right, bro, be easy. Good to have you by. Cool spawn. I'm just trying to say hi to everybody who checks me out. Dude's starting out and he's not doing bad. Oh, wait. All right. Let's see if that wants to come out yet. The RC car gods have smiled upon us. They said, let there be movement of said bolt, which will now be thrown away due to the head being crap. All right. Nope, that one too. All right. So we got a foursome here. Can't go anywhere without the adult sippy cup. Right, babe?
Yeah.
How you doing, babe?
Good.
Cool. Good to hear. Good to hear. My arthritis is kicking my ass due to this weather.
Chilling before my drive.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Yeah, she's got to drive to Tampa Airport to pick somebody up. Her old neighbors. They just keep sucking you back in. I mean, you know, they're friendly enough people, but
Hey,
what? I didn't say anything bad.
they watch.
No, I mean they're awesome people. It's just, you know, I cut my toe off in their yard with a damn generator. I ripped the toenail off, the big one. Well, 90% off. Then some big nurse at the trauma center ripped the rest of it off because that was right after a hurricane, and we didn't have hospital ER access. You had a trauma center to go to. Florida sucks. It sucks. Nothing's good here. There's bad weather, mean people, terrible driving. My God. Well, that just fell right the hell out, huh? Brody! Dude, can you please stop that? All right, and get the big bearing out. Come on, you. Ah, so 2 shims that one. And bearings go into the gasoline. I don't know about you guys. It's the only thing I found that will take silicone off. Where is that wrench? Gotcha. All right, and done with that one. 2 more. Actually, if I was on a Loctite frenzy that night, I'd probably have some on the diff cup too. Apparently, it was. Yeah, I do have the TRL adjustable A, B, C, and D blocks on the Talon. That was Nick's idea. Oh, and here's something I'll be changing. So, armor differential shims on the outside. Those guys, yeah, I don't do that anymore. I put a shim behind the bearing, push the bearing out. It's a lot easier to install, and it works just as well as long as you take the time to set it up properly and actually screw down the cover and make sure it's right. So that's going to be redone. As far as the diff fluid goes, it feels pretty good. It's probably 500 weight. Hey, what up, Jesse? Hey, guys, it's Jesse with the Grom from the other shows.
Don't mind my baldness. Also, if you ever see my titties on YouTube, if not,
right, the guy singing in the back of the car. That's him, bro. As you can tell, I'm sure you've seen that before. How you doing, buddy?
Wonderful.
Cool, man. What's going on out in the world?
I have
special?
no idea. It's cool out for once in Florida. I'm not sweating, which is actually really nice. But again, I'm from New York, so you know.
Yeah. I don't think anybody's from here, right? Except the people that work in Circle K that look at you funny and have as much teeth as a jack-o'-lantern.
Right.
You want to? All right. Oh, I gotta hit it real quick. Oh, hey, you see what Claire picked up? A 3D printer.
Yeah, I did actually. I almost started a business like that. You know, at my house, I have that really old school CNC router and laser engraver,
I saw that actually.
which are giant paperweights at this point. But absolutely, man, like there's so many things you can do with those things, but it's more technical than people actually understand.
Oh, no, I know, dude.
So,
You gotta have like CAD design it and all that kind
Right,
of stuff.
But
yeah.
above and beyond all that, like what people don't understand is like, okay, so you know 8-bit versus like 1080p, right?
Yeah.
So even if you look up on Google
But, like,
Images, 1080p.
I don't know if it's any good, but she just got it for free.
Yeah. So if you look up 1080p images, do you understand that a 3D printer, a laser engraver, if one line is
Slightly off.
Slightly
right.
off.
So this is the accuracy of the job.
So
Right.
what you have to do is you have to get, like you said, CAD programs, whatever, and you have to actually go and smooth lines because
Right.
8-bit is like it's stair stepping.
Yeah,
is
it's
what I call it.
sketchy. Right.
But if you don't have every line good, you will make an entire image, like an entire image.
Like something that takes days to print.
Well,
and
not
shit'll
days
be
per
off.
se, but like let's say an hour.
Right.
And it's the most beautiful image you can ever see. And if one line is off, it messes up the entire product. So for example, if somebody brings in like their wallet, like I can do laser engrave on leather. Here's my wallet. Put 941 bashers, of course. Right. And if one line is off, it might be 94 bashers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just I can show you many examples, dude. But there's so much stuff you can do out there. People are so creative,
especially with this stuff, dude.
Yes,
the RC car world.
Exactly,
Yeah,
and that's what I'm saying. Like, I bought it from actually, what's that called? Charlotte. What's the Tech Center? Tech Center.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I
Charlotte
bought my
Academy
CNC
now.
router off of Charlotte Technical Center, and it's not a big bed per se.
Right.
You have to switch bits. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Just like
so like let's say a lion, right? Is boop boop boop.
Right. Depth. Yeah.
Right. Depth. Thank you. That's the word. So you would have to. It would do a certain bit, and then it would say switch bits, and you would have to switch bits. But it only can do so much. My laser engraver used to do acrylic, leather.
Oh,
I actually had the glass attachment.
Yeah, we got a ton of money with that.
It's a CO2 thing, so you can't do it in your house because when you
too much carbon dioxide.
Thank you. When you vent gases, it can't be in a residential area.
Right.
So I had to get a shop, and it just cost so much. But my laser, it needs a lot of TLC, but it's like a 4 by 5 foot bed, like something ridiculous. And it was fantastic. And like I said, I can show you stuff. I used to do sublimation, which is you have a certain kind of printer. It prints on paper, and then you would. I'm gonna do this for people. Wait, no, this way. And you would heat it up, and the ink would actually evaporate into a T-shirt or a tile. And I can do tile, like I can do a whole mosaic of like waterfalls, fish tank, whatever your background was. But if the sun hits it, it will dilute. I'm going to use the word dilute, and that might be the wrong word, so I apologize to everybody. It would dilute the color. It would change it, and it would or fade it. So you would have to have it out of the sun. But it was really amazing. Like so much potential for. Like I said, I don't know. It cost me a lot of money. Sure. I did little things. People like Logan who know how to solder and do this. We had LED bar signs. Anyway, I can show you a lot of images on my phone of stuff we did. We tried to do pet reliefs, like if your pet dies. What do they call what is it like when you burn in stuff?
Like wood burning?
Yes.
Yeah.
But like, okay, so you could do that, but with like I said, it's just better to show. But yeah, I had so many things we could do. It was just one of those things where you have to. Okay, so like the laser itself, I had an 80-watt laser tube,
right,
and I had a 180-watt laser tube. So that's the difference between engraving and cutting.
Yeah.
So my biggest seller, weirdly enough, is monograms for like people's weddings, their kids. It was insane. But if you do like a certain inch, or sorry, I don't know how to say it, cuts per inch or something, like we were like the cheapest, but
certain frequency.
But then you would send it, and then like because it's so thin on certain parts of wood, if you didn't secure it properly, it would break in transit. So you had to remake, which would cost you a lot of money.
Right.
That's insane, bro.
Yeah, it was really difficult, to be honest with you. But again,
it sounds like the process was pretty cool.
Of course, it's just like 3D printer. That 3D printer you got, no offense, my brother, it's wonderful. The learning process is going to cost you a lot of money because it's the distance, the material. You know how it is with everything.
Yeah,
the material you use. It's the same thing as RC cars.
Well, I mean, I got.
Of course. And if you find somebody who actually knows, golden.
Like Mike?
Maybe. I don't know. This person might, but
he's one. He's going through it. So
that's cool.
I figure I'm a couple steps behind.
Again,
so
every version of Like he might have a more modern one.
Oh, I'm
You
sure
know
he
what I'm
does.
saying?
We just got that for
So
free.
like
I'm
the
sure he
older
does.
ones, everything's a little bit different. I don't know how to explain it. Like, okay, so for the laser, you would have to make I don't know what you call it, but like a gauge. Like let's say
Yeah, you gotta
that
gauge the
that
height.
shows you the best, because like a laser, it shoots, right?
Right.
So it gets wider after it'll go thin and then go wider after a certain point.
Okay.
So if you don't get the exact measurement from lens to material,
Right.
per material, by the way, not
Right, because different materials melt different rates. Right.
Exactly. Then it would spread, and when it spreads, the image is not as crisp. You feel me?
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
Yeah, it's wild, bro. Like I can show you some stuff if I ever find them in my actual images, and I'll show you some of the stuff we made. Dude, we
Yeah,
were making
it sounds
so
cool,
much
man.
beautiful stuff, man. It was ridiculous. And I'm an anime guy, so I was all over it at
Right.
first, but I realized how much effort it really takes. And if you don't have a graphics guy and you don't know what to do, you're kind of stabbing in the dark, so to speak.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
And it can cost you a lot of money doing it. Like a whole 8 foot by 4 foot sheet of acrylic. I won't even tell you the price on that because I don't remember.
Oh, these days I know it's probably a couple hundred.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. And if you mess up a corner, then you cut it again. Then you mess up a corner, and then you have to polish the acrylic because if it has any cuts or scratches, it won't shine, or the scratches will shine through when you LED it. From the bottom. Like a bar sign. You know what I'm saying? Like right. I mean, I can show you. Like I said, once I find it, I'm looking right now. But yeah, it's crazy, man. But the things you can do once you figure it out, 100% phenomenal, man. They're
You know what? I got a diamond bit on the Dremel that might fix this. Friggin' Nick's drive shaft was running around hitting a rock or something, and it cut into the freaking into the set screw. So it's kind of stuck in there. I mean, it's got like a notch, so I can't fit the Allen wrench in it. Nice. The vibration from hitting it with the diamond bit made it start rotating. So it's loose now. How beautiful is that? God, that's a once in a lifetime excellence. Or is that the wrong? It is the wrong side. I'm retarded. Yeah, life can't be that good.
Never is.
I forgot there's 2 set screws in it. I used to have 2 set screw setups. I usually keep them on my cars. You're wrenching that now. All right, so there's a fix for that. Okay. Question was for me. For the price is compatible printer. Thank you. Yes, it was. Awesome, because the price was free. Yeah, I saw it on their site. It's like 218, 280, something. I can't remember exactly, but yeah, I mean, I guess it needs a part or something. I don't know. I got to look up all the instructions and the manuals and download the software and go do it. But since I was about to do this, I just kind of waited. All right, so it's got good bearings, the aluminum housing. I'm gonna leave those alone. Replacing these already. I'm swapping diffs. I'm swapping pinions because he's got 500 in that one, and I don't really run that in the short trucks. And Claire's gonna use this as a short truck. Plus, this is an EXP diff, and that is not. And he said replace the housings, not the differentials. Not trying to cheat my buddy, but I'm just saying that's what he said because he wanted the aluminum housing. I get that; it's $100 part. But we do have to shim these anyway. So let's see what we're looking at here. This is going to take, I'd say, one big one. And this is probably going to be, let's see. That's pretty tight, but you can fit a small one in there. So let's get that started.
just for example, real quick.
Yeah, buddy.
I don't know how to show it to everybody else, but I don't know. So here's one of my friends' hunting club. Right. This is laser engraving on a slab of wood.
Right.
If you want to put it to the camera.
Hold it up right to the camera.
All right, hold on. I'm going to restart it.
Everything's backwards.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. Never mind. So you see that? If you can see that, if not, I apologize. I can send during, but so a Buccaneers Hunting Club is what my buddy's thing is. If you can't see it, I apologize.
But it's very detailed, very detailed. And this was a dry run. I'm trying to wait. It's backwards. I'm going in. Oh, found the camera. Got it. It's still blurry, so I apologize, guys. Whatever. People drink in Florida. But anyway, so I get it. Yep. That's why I told you not to put me on live
You
stream,
have
bro.
to just to live here.
I know. It's all good. It's all good. I have a lot of things I can show you. So like this is my buddy. This was my dog, and it's a terrible picture. But anyway, I did this relief on wood with my dog's face, and I'm sorry if it's a terrible picture. But anyway, like you can do just about anything, but again, it's very sensitive to lines, and I have way more I can show you. So, for example, this is my sublimation, and Da Vinci Starry Night.
Yeah.
Cool.
No, wasn't that?
Wait.
No, it was Da Vinci. You're right. Yeah.
Okay, good. Because I was like, oops.
No. I
But
was
you
thinking
see
of
this?
that.
All these tiles are put together. That's sublimation. Where
That's pretty sick.
this is sublimation, where the ink. Hold on, I know where the camera is now. No, other way. Sorry, reverse. So anyway, this is Starry Night. I'm sorry if it's hard to see, but again, the ink just evaporates into the tiles, and you can do anything. You could put them all together. You set the spacing like 1/8 inch, 16-inch, whatever.
What the hell is that?
I kicked your driller.
Okay.
But yeah, so I have so much stuff I can show you guys. It's really kind of limitless. It's very interesting. Also,
Why'd you quit doing it?
because my buddy took whatever. He kind of messed me up. But anyway, here's him setting it up. Reverse right there. So here's us setting it up, measuring like how much the image is. Oh, sorry. It was a short video. I didn't know. But anyway, that's how we did. If you guys just saw that, the measuring of it was how we did the Buccaneers thing, which was a couple of things ago. I apologize. I'm not really. When I get put in pressure, I kind of fold.
You're fine, bro.
But I got it. I mean, I'm still 100% honest. We made so many things. I mean, I can show you guys so much stuff, to be honest with you. And anybody who has the ability to be technologically inclined and also is willing to, work with it, there's so much stuff you can do, man. Like so much. It's actually really amazing.
No,
and that's what got me into it in the first place. But I got an inheritance, and I thought, make a business, make some money, do something you love. And I tried, and I trusted somebody, and they kind of took advantage of me, and it is what it is. But again, I still have the machines, I still have the stuff. I just don't have the money or the means anymore. But if anybody does, I'd rather somebody have it than not. But it really is amazing. For example, I'm going to try to do this again without messing it up. Right there. Okay, so these are metal. Sorry, I'm going to go closer. These are metal laser engraved business cards. So it starts with the color blue, black, whatever you want, obviously. And then it laser engraves off the color to make it white so that you can have whatever you want. And I thought it was pretty cool because, people get your business cards, but it's all paper. Get it wet, they lose it. Metal lasts forever. I thought it was really.
What kind of metal did they make it out of?
Steel. Aluminum? I don't really know, to be honest with you. I can look it up. But here.
Yeah, it had to be aluminum. Like you take anodized aluminum and then where you scratch it is
where it shows up. That's the word.
It's anodized aluminum.
Right.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense because you can do any kind of color you want with that.
And we've done a lot of stuff. Like, for example, this is glass tile that we did from the backside. Hold on, reverse again, Jesse, get with it.
Yeah.
So we engraved it from the backside, and you sublimated the color first, which is like I don't know, I'm colorblind, so I apologize, like a tan, white, whatever, and then it laser engraves your name. But once you glue this to a wall, it will be there forever. The image never fades, never, goes away. It's perfect. This was a t-shirt we did for anybody who likes anime. Also sublimation. And the image is really good. But again, it depends on how long you actually heat it.
My microphone's right there.
Oh, it's all good. I'm sure I'm very loud, so I apologize. But I'm sure they can hear me. This is one of my buddies who started a pool service. I don't know what they're made of either, but anyway, this is a moisture reverse, sorry, and it's a pool company. We did that for him. I mean, do cups, leather, acrylic, wood, all kinds. And I have so many images. I'll make you guys. Here's one of the that we did. It's my name is Rosado. Don't look me up. But the R, it's simple things like that that actually sold the most. But again, we could have did custom cabinets, custom tile, custom everything. Really, I have so many things. It was fun, and I really wish it would have took off and did something. But you know how it is. You trust the wrong person, or people promise you stuff, and they don't deliver. It happens.
Life's not always good.
Nope, absolutely not. I'm doing it.
Sometimes that's what counts, man. It's my 4 commandments. Number one is always have fun no matter what.
That's it.
Number 2 is try not to step on any toes while observing number 1. Number 3 is pass on knowledge and wisdom to those who deserve it. Number 4 is keep thy religion to thyself. That's all you really need.
But not good because I couldn't.
Well, shit happens, man.
I was showing her what my D&D character looked like because I took a picture and I tried to draw it, but I'm not a good drawer, so it did not work out like that.
All right, babe.
Yeah,
The nigga got an LSD in the back of this truck.
really.
Yeah, do you want LSD or do you want me to convert it to my style?
Convert.
Got it. More work. No.
Love you.
Love you too.
I almost said I love LC. No,
All right, so just gotta pull the plates out of both sides. Reshim.
sneak them in there.
No problem. Oh, got all the stuff I need to do this. I just have to top it off some 500, so I should probably turn that bottle upside down right now.
Me too.
Let me get these plates out of here. Oh, where's that pick at? Actually, you were running 200 on your diffs. This had 5 in it. You want to keep it at 5 or change it to 2?
Keep it at 5.
Got it. All right. So, yeah, kind of done with the LSD thing. It works if you're running ridiculously light fluid, like anything over 100,000 or under 100,000. Like, I think 80K is when I first found that it worked well on low viscosity fluids. Because with the high viscosity, the holes just don't have enough room to get the fluid through them. There we go. Got it. All right, so all the plates are out. Just need the bottom shims out. Probably gonna pull the set screw, but that's what it's there for. There you go, sucker. And then this guy over here just needs a top shim that can go back together. So this is going to be a complete build. And there we go. Another pin. Bearing, go bye-bye. Into the gasoline. Another new bearing. Okay. Fresh bearings. So we got in here for seals and washers and whatnot. It seals a little chewy, but not too bad. Good stuff, though. Correct pack, as far as I do. Seal, big washer, small washer. Same thing they show in the manual for the 6S. Just put them all together. Make sure you got some lube on them. Get them in there, back with the pin. There you go. We got a new bearing on it. The only reason I did this because I had the access to it. Bearing was fine, but somebody got me some new bearings for an early Christmas present, and they weren't exactly for my car, but they're oof. That's what happens when you're talking and doing something at the same time. Dun, dun, dun. All right. Anyway, this box. Wait, shouldn't I change the fucking diff parts box? Yeah, they should. Box, I need a whole diff shim. All right, I got no more mods. All right, well, I'm modding out real quick. So, what I mean by mods, this is a standard replacement for the diff plates in an LSD and an arrma diff. And this is this is kind of a crappy looking one, but this is the modifications that we do to them. So we put some grooves in them, just with like a bench grinder or something. And those grooves keep the lubricant between the washer and the other washer, the shim that's there. And without it, you wear that inner shim out pretty quick, and it'll start actually transferring heat into the plastic. So by putting those grooves in there, you save a lot of wear. And we've been doing it for like 2 years now. So it's one of the little diff tricks. I got to cut this one real quick, unfortunately. So I will have to say I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Not even. I mean, like, give me 120 seconds. I got this.
Stuff. Most of the leaves all out of that here. It's so much cool shit. Oh, sorry there. 100% just knocked you out. Cross that. Praxing unicorn. This guy's like, can you come here? Oh.
Hey, everybody.
Oh,
It's not cold. All right, so now freshly modified. There you go. So it's got the 4 little cuts in it. So let me get this out. Smoothie. So now we'll reassemble the other side. In fact, let's put a little fluid in that so it'll start settling down. Snot rocket to come off of that sometime. Let's see what we need on the other side. We got shims already in it. Need a washer, pin, gear. Sorry about there.
you're about to drip.
We need a shim. I'm trying to. It takes forever.
I just want to make sure you dripped in the right spot.
Okay, that's actually all I need right there because it's still got it in it. I just gotta top it up. Not even top it up, really. Just replace all the stuff that's come off. All right, so we got the new bearing. Now the new bearing needs a shim behind it. Like I said, on this one, we'll probably do 2 smalls or thick. All right, so this is the thick guy. I'm pretty sure I got these from the M2C axle shim pack. Whoop. So it's just a little shim for outside of the axle behind the hub to keep the hub tight. And that's what I've been using for dips, and it works great. So I'm going to pop one of those on this one and see where we're at when I get it together. And we still got the same shims and bushings as we should have. Drive pin, duh. On this side, though, we're going to do something a little different. This side, we're going to put an extra shim in to tighten up the internal differential. So right behind the gear, we're going to put in one of the original outside diff shims, like for shimming your diff when it goes into the case. That fits perfectly around the outside of the gear and is the perfect shim to tighten up the internals on an arrma 6S diff. So there we go. We're just going to get this to sit. There it is. You want that pin to be very, very flush with the end of your gear right there. Stick it down just a little bit because I got the extras in there, but we'll see how we go. All right, let's put these guys back in. I actually shattered one of these spider gears last week. It's the first time I've had a diff failure in a long time. So apparently I've got it down building them, but every once in a while I get something weak. It comes apart. Other than that, I haven't had any failures in a long ass time. So there's that. Note to anybody watching, I always leave the set screw out of the differential until you're done putting it back together. That way any extra fluid or pressure come out of that hole. You won't have to deal with it. All right, bro. So, what do you say? Okay. What is going on here? Why not the hole? Don't even tell me that hole's that badly stripped. No, I'm between the holes. That's why. Dumbass. Not supposed to go between the holes. So, right there is the actual spot. All right. Just get them most of the way in. You don't want to strip them. Can't believe my Creighton diffs haven't needed a full rear bonus swapped fluid. That was it. Yeah, me too, dude. Because seriously, those things came so improperly set, and not just the pinion to ring gear, but the internals. Like half of them were, well, I'd say a third of them were loose on the inside. I'm not loose enough to break right away, but loose enough to make some pretty good clacky back and forth kind of action. Oh yeah, that's good. That was really good. And it's just the only play you have is just in between the pins. That's it. I mean, you can't really tighten that up unless you change the pin size, and then you'd have to get something perfectly made. I think M2C's got a product for that, but I'm not really seeing the need for it yet. But yeah, man, for sure with that. Like they had so many problems with them that I think on the ends of the runs when they were still building the newer ones, the older ones, I mean. They were really stepping up on shimming them right. People, woo! Motherfucker! God damn it, dude. I hope you caught that, bro, because that's the only time you're ever going to see me freak out like that. Son of a bitch. Nick, everyone. All right, listen. Just to give you an update. I got your front end sitting there, your rear end sitting there, my front end sitting, whatever, vice versa, I don't care. I'm swapping out the cases, but I'm swapping the diffs. Since I have to rebuild them anyway, because you got some bad bearings and shimming wasn't right on either of them. I mean, it wasn't bad, but it was not as tight as I like to have them. Yeah, I had no freaking idea, bro. But obviously, I mean, seriously, Dad, I think I peed a little. Such a bastard, bro.
Yeah, I heard you. I thought you heard it.
No, dude, I had no idea, dude. How you doing, man? How was work?
All right. How about you?
I didn't work today. Sunday.
Can I help you?
Oh, that reminds me. I think I gotta go pick up my script tomorrow, man. So I gotta text him in the morning. Tell him to be a little bit late. Mike said, "Good job, Nick."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was one of a kind right there. It's never happened before. Where in the hell did I put the pictures for this one? No, there it is. Yeah. Right, so now we gotta check our ring gear clearance. And your bearings in the case were perfect. I'm redoing your outer bearing on the diff because I'm setting your diff up to the new style I do, where I put the shim on the outside or on the inside of the bearing. So this is. Alright, so there's a tiny bit of play, but I got good clearance on the pinion, so I think actually, you know what? When I bolt the case on, it's probably gonna take it up. So that one's just a. That's all we see. Get in there. Yeah, bolting the case is gonna clear that up. All right. So that's gonna be it for that one. And another one of the gasoline and bonka. So, Mike, got any questions for our new superstar over here? People are loving his videos, man. I mean, really. Well, I mean, especially back in the day when Chad used to pick on him all the time. I miss that guy. Right, gasoline. Yep. So now you got them all riled up. That's as aggressive as this dog gets. He's never bitten anybody. He's afraid of everything. Oh, and if you got any bad bearings or hubs, I'll take care of those too. Your shocks seem to be okay at the moment. Yeah, that needs to be done. No,
Really?
that one's good. That one's good. Oh man, I feel like I got bit by a mosquito, but I know I did. It's too cold. Okay, so I gotta reshim this one. This one's gonna need at least two. Just pop the gear off. There we go. Yep.
Saying hi?
He's saying if I wasn't a big bitch, I'd eat you. I mean, the dog's got 3 sets of canines that are curved backwards to hold the meat. He's never bitten a human in his entire life. Not that I want him to bite humans, but he's afraid of anything that moves.
He's got like the paws up and everything.
Brody, bite him in the dick. See? He got confused. All right, and that should do it. Just put a couple of shims behind the bearing instead of a couple in front of it. And it's a lot easier to install instead of having those stupid shims that bend and break and twist and turn into God knows what. But those bent shims are really good to use to shim the inside of the gears on the EXP drifts. Because in my opinion, if you have any slop in there, which you probably don't if you did it right, they'll act like a spring. So it'll kind of hold it all together, you know? Come on. Nope. So I hold you this very loose. Alright, and that should be the end of that. Alright, see how much clearance that one's got. On the ring gear. And these
don't like that
shims
one
already
anymore?
had.
This one.
Come on.
Pick which one you want, buddy.
Oh, yeah, that's tight. Ah, shit, might be a little much. And that is the problem with doing it that way. That you can't always get it all the way together. Well, maybe.
Not like that.
What my pliers do I? No, they're out in the damn garage. Nick, do me a favor. Why don't you sit there and entertain people? Just look at the camera and say stuff. Ask me any questions you want, Mike and whoever else is there.
Oh my God.
I am the Brody. Worship me. Yeah, I know, right? Like that one, okay. Nice your choice tonight. Brody.
quicker I'm getting better or getting more lucky. 2 perfect dips in one shot. I think this one's going to be on point too as soon as I tighten the case on. Yeah. So let's try that theory first. And then if that works, we'll put some Loctite to it and call it a day. All right. So easy to turn, but if you hold the pinion and try to turn the gear itself, look, it does. Trying to get this in frame, but it's always backwards. There's no movement, but it's nice and easy to turn. It's not notchy at all. Dog actually would drive me across the. Who do you got? A big old like Rottweiler or Great Dane or something? My parents used to actually breed dogs when I was growing up. Kind of interesting when you're like 4 and you come out of the garage and they got some other dog chained to the bottom of the stairs because they're getting paid for your dog to, do its thing. Yeah, that's how I learned about the birds and bees. That. All right. Nick, do me a favor.
$5.
Okay, it's for your car. So if you only went front wheel drive, then don't worry about it. Give me a set screw out of the bin that is the same size, or out of the set screw tube. Same size, all that stuff. That one's got like burnout threads on it. Or, the hole that the wrench goes into is all scubered. What the hell does scubered mean? I just made that shit up. Oh, did you want that battery tray? Because I'm taking it out.
Okay.
All right, yeah, because I'm going to put in one of my new mod battery trays. Oh, great. Oh, wow. 120. Oh, that's a beast. The only dog I know bigger than that is my parents' Newfoundlands. Well, my mom's got one that lives in the house now that's probably $1.25, maybe $1. But with the amount of hair on him, it's a land manatee. Dog's got no waist.
Here comes Wilbur.
They feed the shit out of this thing. Seriously. It's a white and black Newfoundland. It looks like a land manatee. All right, so get this set up while you're looking for that.
Let me go grab my other screws. I think I'm gonna have it in there.
I know I have them in there. If you're not going to use those, can you put them back first? In the thing? Thanks. Appreciate that. Let's see here. 2 more screws for case. That was too long. When in doubt, scream it down. I don't know. Babe, how you doing? Good to hear. You hungry?
No, but I got to eat my dinner.
Yeah, this is true. Where I was doing a coil in the driveway for the dude that works at a hobby shop that happens to be my buddy. There you go.
I don't want to say, but a hair longer.
No, that's fine usually, but for some reason the set screws the set screws on your old yoke making contact with something and actually bent them to the point where I had to grind them out to get get a wrench in it. Well, one of them was actually loose, but I don't know. Yeah, put Loctite on everything. That's all you can do. You know what I'm saying?
If it doesn't go, just send it.
That's how we do it, dude. In the 941 or the hurricane channel, whatever you want to call it. Shh. Hate this state. All right. Thank you. No, I guess you want to need that sway bar link back on there. Yeah, I don't know about you, bro, but Nick runs sway bars on everything. I don't know. Just he likes them, I guess. I don't think he understands the car handling enough to actually make a decision on that, really. But yeah, he's got sway bars on all his rigs, and well, all the rigs that came with him. Me and Claire don't run sway bars at all. In fact, I think it would probably cause more traction rolls than anything. No, not necessarily. Actually, without them, probably worse. I don't know. Just don't see a use for them. Not this kind of stuff. All right, so this got to go right on top of that 'cause that's going in the back of your car.
No, it's not.
No, the front of your talents. This got to go on that one, right? Okay, so this is going on the front case. So that's going to get that set up. So that's going in that. And need that set screwed. I'm done with that anyway. I still got to assemble the car, but. Right, whenever you're done, brah. Flying monkeys. Right, so that's
Well,
going in front. So that's got to be all that stuff. But that's rear end, so it's all
I
that.
got a hair smaller. I got a hair bigger. Which one you want?
Fucking give me a goddamn set screw that's decent, dude. That's all I
That's the
needed.
one that came out.
Why the fuck did you give me the option to grab it from you?
Okay.
Give me the shorter one. Why would you give me the option to take back the one I gave you that I said needed to be replaced? That's the one that comes off the table, bro. Oh, Nick, what am I doing? All right, so your new rear diff setup has absolutely zero freaking play, all right?
Alright.
Where the hell did that wrench go?
Oh, this one?
All right, so I'll reassemble this one, put it in my car, and then I'll get yours done and get yours back in your car, okay?
Mhm.
Let's see if this one actually works first. Oh, dude, okay. Ugh. Yeah, take that dog with you. You get a rent him. Good rookie shoes. All right, so front end assembly. Oh. Right. All right. Well, let's hope this still works out with the shimming. That's not going to be needed because that is for the old case only. Take that thing off. Which means I have to disconnect the sway bar to get it off. So I'll take this damn thing off. Right. Yeah, okay, that'll go fine in the other one. Okay. So, case installed. Oh, hey, real bastard. I can't imagine this is terribly entertaining. I mean, granted, some funny stuff happens on occasion, but that's just the way my house works. I mean, no matter where I'm at with the cast of characters that hang out with me, funny stuff is going to happen. Why is that being weird? Huh, that was kind of strange. All right, so that's going to go with that one, with that other tiny screw. Oh, right. Okay, so yeah, these are all Nick's parts. So I'm going to stop taking stuff out of Nick's bin. Oops, my bad. So I actually got this truck thinking that Claire could have another truck because she only has one. And I always feel bad when she breaks it. She doesn't have any more truck to run. So I thought if she had another truck, and I kind of thought maybe she'd make it a Creighton so that she could, roll with my Creighton. or another outcast because she likes her outcast. So she said keep it alone for now. But I mean, we can make a typhon out of it. We can make whatever out of it. But she said for now, leave it alone. She's going to stunt truck it out with 2 stunt trucks. And we'll see what happens in the future. Who knows? Oh. Well, way to go taking away my individuality, man. No, just totally kidding. Totally kidding. Don't think I'm upset. That's cool, man. I mean, dude, I like talking to you too. I mean, even the comments we share online, dude. I mean, you seem like a really funny, down to earth dude. You know, and I mean, you've never done anything to even make me think. I mean, that's nothing, I mean, I used to hang out with older dudes when I was younger because we got along better than I did with young dudes because they were usually stupid as shit. And that's just kind of the way things are. But yeah, man. I mean, imagine it would be such. That's, I mean, you could be like a 1 foot tall green dwarf with like half a head and 3 ears growing out of your chest and like 2 butts. I wouldn't care. You're still fun to hang out with. So I mean, whatever. That was so freaking random. And my wife's shaking her head, looking at me. Nick was supposed to bring me something. Jesus.
On my dresser.
What?
On my dresser.
Yes. Again, I'm so tired of waiting for a date. And how did I lose a hinge pin?
Well, I mean, the last one was like not even 6 months ago, right?
No, because it was in. Oh, you're right. It was the middle of summer last year. Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, you think they'd announce a date by now? Because how long was that announced ahead of time? 6 months, at least.
Was it? I thought it was.
Yeah, because I heard about it long before I told you about it. Because I didn't think it was going to be anything we wanted to get into because Chad was telling me about it. So I figured it was like a crawler thing or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it was like racing and this and that, and I was like, okay, whatever. It doesn't sound like a thing. And then I got on the website and looked at it, and I was like, oh. So like I got into it like halfway after it was already announced. I didn't know it was a thing, but that's pretty awesome. I just cut my foot off with an axe at 13. My parents used to drop eucalyptus trees every year for firewood on our property in California. And as you know, those are quite tall. And, I used to chop once in a while. And yeah, as a kid, once I almost hit myself square in the foot with a full size axe. And yeah, chainsaws are nothing to screw with. I know that for a fact. I've always had like a small, house chainsaw, but I've seen the big boys, and I've seen the hot saws on TV, which are just fucking ridiculous. I mean, putting a V8 on a blender. I mean, come on. But that's cool, man. That's hard ass. Nothing I could do for a living. Just the monotony of it. I like the fact that every single thing I do every time could be the same exact symptom on a different vehicle and be a completely different problem. It keeps my life interesting. Yeah, me too, dude. As far as work crew goes, you can't not be close with your work crew because you spend more time with them than you do at home. You're with these guys 10 hours a day, and if you've got anybody in the crew that's not down or cool or whatever, it's just like, well, we don't want you here. Or you get, toxic personalities. I mean, like we had a guy not long ago, a good buddy of mine, who kept getting low on his blood sugar because he was diabetic. And every time he got low on his blood sugar, he'd start like just being a complete ass, like screaming obscenities, like, just being completely out of control. And we had to call the cops on him once, and then he ended up getting fired for it because he got written up a couple of times. And good buddy of mine, but you just can't act. You can't be in that environment and blow shit up like that because it affects everybody. Oh God. Even off idle, dude, that would suck. Dude hit a bee's nest with a saw, and he started running away with it, swinging the saw, or running away from the bee's nest, swinging the saw, and he caught himself in the leg.
Oh God.
And he didn't even blame the company on it. He just, took care of himself. That's pretty cool.
Ouch.
Yeah, but that's gotta hurt like hell. I mean, even just off idle, chainsaws rip flesh quick. I've seen it happen. That thing touches you for a nanosecond, and it's a quarter-inch deep, cut literally. That takes out massive amounts of chunks of flesh because it's designed to make a eighth-inch swath.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's wow. I wouldn't even want to be around that, man. I mean, I don't have a problem with like blood and gore and stuff, but it's a little different when it's real. Like when it's somebody you know. Where are my socket head screws? Let me guess the one I don't have a cover on. Of course it is. Hey, babe, I need more M&M containers. These are starting to get worn out.
All right. I'll let the kids know.
Yeah, thank you. I could use about new 7 or 8.
Oh my God.
Tell them to get on that chocolate. I want diabetes by the end of the month. Oh, actually, do I need? Yeah, I might have to change those. Big old cap screws for the back end. All right. Okay. This is rear end back here. So we got some pins. Some pins are kind of bent. Some pins are kind of straight. Some pins suck. Oof. Yeah, definitely got lucky like hell, man. Jeez. Speaking of calves, I don't know why this just popped in my head. Down the street from my parents' place down in Punta Gorda, they were building a housing for community house down the road, which is like a volunteer built house that they give to like homeless people, I guess, who are progressing through a program, or I don't know exactly how it works out, but anyway, and I guess they had this dude wiring up the electric, and he was bringing in the 550, I guess, into the breaker, and I guess something wasn't right, and he grounded through him and blew a hole in the back of his calf and grounded. And according to the people that were there, it essentially almost cauterized the wound at the same time. I can't even imagine. I got hit with 220 once, just one side of it, and it knocked me clean the F out for like 10, 12 seconds. That was brutal. Catching 550 off of an ignition system, too, is pretty bad. Yeah, dude, he was definitely lucky, that's for sure. Oh, okay, let's see that. I got those. Why the hell am I getting up? I need freaking spacers for those damn, what do you call them? Adjustable blocks. I don't find them because they're impossible. Yeah, this is the wife's truck, so it's got to be set up right, or I'll get killed in the middle of the night.
You wish.
What are you more wanting? Less toe or more anti-squat? I mean, it's going to be within a half a degree. I just can't find the perfect blocks to set it up the way I want to, because those are the ones we always use when we're out of
I
them.
guess anti-squat.
Okay, so you want to go like 2 degrees of toe instead of 3, or 1.5 maybe, and then 3 degrees squat. There's got to be one more double long in here. Come on. And there's the dog. Get in here. That's got to be Bear.
No, there's here.
That's Brody? I thought he'd have a longer paw stroke. Well, looks like it's going to be what it's going to be. Damn it. All right. So let's see. Max anti-squat. Minimal toe. So you go up and out. Upwards and outwards. No, that won't work. We need the other side of that. Should be that one. And that'll give us what we want. All right. Just checking to see if you wrote anything. Yeah, so the anti-squat thing is pretty cool. It definitely makes a big difference. I like it a lot, but it's really too bad that they don't give you a better system to adjust this stuff with, because this is really crap. These things just blow through it, reckless speed. But sometimes they don't break. But I like the style I came up with better, where I take the original ones and re-weld the steel and put it back together, because it's so much of a stronger setup. Even if it's a stock shit, essentially, but I don't have a mill or a CNC or anything like that. Otherwise, I'd love to make some aluminum ones like these with some bushings in them, or just something. Even if it was just aluminum. I mean, what's supposed to pivot? Everything else, or the hinge pin? What came first, the hinge pin or the rod? I mean, the hinge pin or the control arm? Duh, idiot. So, which one's supposed to move? I would think the controller would be supposed to move. I mean, yeah, it's going to cause wear, but if the hinge pin moves, then something else. But if they bend, they do what they want. Depends on where you bend them. Right, babe?
What's that?
Depends on where you bend them. Well, like, what's supposed to move, the hinge pin or the controller?
Well, the control arm goes up and down.
Right, but it's riding on the hinge pin.
Right.
So what's supposed to rotate, the hinge pin or the controller?
Hinge pin.
Okay. Oh, I was thinking the opposite.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't think there's any dictation anywhere that says, where what's supposed to rotate. I don't think anybody ever wrote that shit down. It's just, I mean, if you bend a hinge pin, it kind of changes. Sometimes it'll be the other, sometimes it'll be whatever, but it is what it is. It's the first thing somebody says when it is what it should not be, and I did not. Oh, broken link. Good thing I found that. Okay, it's gonna be changed out real quick. And there's that. Get that bolted in. I'll take that link out first. And I still gotta put your axles back in. I forgot to do that before I put the pin in. Off you go. All right, so that's busted off. So Americans eat, right? Mac and cheese. I think that's the flag in Wisconsin. It's a big bowl of mac and cheese. All right, well, I guess figure it out eventually. Where did that ball head go that dropped on the goddamn floor? Oh, shit. There it is. Good. We need that. Okay. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm freaking starving. So I guess I'm gonna have to make something to eat.
well, there's the chili. There's the.
Right? Yeah, I know. Just I don't want to. I'll leave my hanging all night. Plus, I still gotta finish this up, and then I gotta realign both of them, and then I gotta do that. Maybe I'll do an alignment thing next time instead of doing differentials. The only way to do tie rod ends with a drill. Absolutely. There we go. Oh, well, brother man, unfortunately, I gotta go because I'm gonna not be sitting here for probably 20 minutes. And actually, I'll probably just finish up this rear end, and then I'll go hit Gran Turismo on my simulator for a little while, because that's what I do every night. And I get to go to work late tomorrow. So, great talking to you, man. Always is. Keep killing it, man. And thanks for the support. I appreciate it, and I support your channel as much as I can. and keep killing it. Later on.